is what's really going on here, right, is that the liberals, so forget the entire right half of the spectrum. We're only talking about the left half of the spectrum now, right? So the liberals are the right wingers, right? The Hillary Clintonites. And this is their war against the leftists. So a real leftist is essentially a communist, right? Wants to confiscate the wealth of the few wealthy. So then, as Murray Rothbard explained, and Gabriel Kolko and the rest, that progressivism was always a right-wing corporatist plot to undermine true Marxist revolutionaries from taking all their stuff and parentheses, starving all the rest of us to death while they try to get their shit figured out. But also in a way, not just transforming them magically somehow into all right wingers. That's not going to work. So the deal is change them into progressives instead, so that essentially what they're demanding is a highly regulated, quote unquote, capitalistic, but really, sort of a lowercase f fascistic economy, which is what big business always wanted already. So the Marxists and big business are all equally opposed to, and the progressives too, equally opposed to free markets. And so, but the capitalists, of course, they want to keep their capital. They just don't want to compete in a free market, right? So then progressivism is essentially the right-wing antidote. Again, the liberal, meaning right-wing, meaning liberal corporatist, antidote to real leftists. And so if real leftists have a program, no matter how goofy it sounds, there's a lot of truth in, the intersectional, whatever the hell. So like being gay is tough, being gay and black is tougher. You know what I mean? That kind of like ideal. Like there's something to that of essentially what are politics of liberation, trying to make it where the people who always get the short end of the stick, that they're allowed to participate in society and be treated like regular people too, right? And then, but all of that, of course, goes completely haywire when they really do have a lot of cultural power, and try to force it on everyone else creates a lot of reaction against it, because a lot of it is so crazy with the speech policing and all of this. But from a liberal point of view, this is great, right? If you can take identity politics and get regular people to fight over who's what shade of tan and who has what kind of sexuality or whatever, those kinds of topics, then what we're not talking about is bank bailouts.